On the most isolated inhabited island on Earth, stone giants stand as if they have been waiting for someone to ask the right question. How did people without wheels, cranes, or draft animals move statues that weighed many tons across this volcanic ground? For centuries, the answer seemed impossible, but the island itself preserved a clue in plain sight. Rapa Nui oral tradition remembers something more powerful than dragging. The Moai did not simply arrive. They walked. This is not a story of magic. It is a story of balance, rhythm, engineering, and human coordination, a solution elegant enough to survive inside memory. To understand the movement of the giants, we must begin where most of them were born, the volcanic quarry of Reno Raraku. Here, the statues were not placed on the island. They were cut out of it. Each figure began as a shape inside the mountain, slowly separated by hands, tools, patience, and belief. The material was volcanic tuff, lighter than hard basalt, but still massive enough to challenge any human plan. The question was never only how to carve the Moai. The true challenge began after the carving was finished. Across the island, hundreds of Moai were created, and archaeologists count nearly 1,000 known figures in total, each one tied to ancestry, authority, and sacred memory. They were not decorations. They were stone bodies of lineage, guardians of communities, and vessels of presence. To move one was to move more than rock. It was to carry the authority of the ancestors across the land. Older theories imagine logs, sledges, and huge teams dragging statues over the island. But over time, usable timber became limited, and moving giant statues on wooden rollers would have demanded enormous resources. Then researchers looked again at the statues found along ancient roads and noticed something strange. Some appeared to have fallen forward, others backward, as if something had gone wrong while they stood upright. Some may not have been simply discarded monuments. They looked like witnesses to a journey that went wrong. The next clue was hidden in the shape of the Moai themselves. Researchers have argued that many road statues lean slightly forward and have bases shaped not like flat blocks, but like forms suited to controlled rocking. If pulled from the sides and steadied from behind, a properly shaped statue could sway, pivot, and edge forward in tiny arcs. The movement was not brute force. It was timing. Pull too hard, and the giant could fall. Pull too late, and the rhythm would collapse. But with the right rhythm, the impossible became mechanical. Experimental archaeology has shown that a multi-ton replica can be walked upright by surprisingly small teams when the shape and rhythm are right. The principle is familiar: rock, pivot, recover, repeat. But here it was scaled up into monumental engineering. Only here, the object was not furniture. It was an ancestor carved from a volcano. Some evidence suggests the ancient roads of Rapa Nui may have served more than ceremony. They may have helped guide this controlled motion. A shallow concave roadbed could have helped guide the statue, keeping the path more predictable beneath its rocking base. Every meter required balance. Every pull had to answer the pull before it. That rhythm may be why the movement was remembered not as dragging, but as walking. The islanders did not need to defeat the weight of the statue all at once. They only had to redirect it. The forward lean mattered. The curved base mattered. The road mattered. The people mattered most. This may have been engineering written in stone form, long before paper plans or machines. The statue was not merely shaped to be seen. Some researchers believe it may also have been shaped to survive the journey. Imagine the first pull, a giant stone body tilting just enough to make everyone hold their breath. Then the second pull answers from the opposite side, and the rock begins to obey a human rhythm. Step by step, not in footsteps of flesh, but in the measured sway of stone. The journey from quarry to platform could stretch for kilometers across exposed land. Under the sun, the teams would have faced heat, rough ground, fatigue, and the constant danger of collapse. A single mistake could turn sacred labor into disaster. That is why coordination mattered more than strength alone. To move the Moai, the community had to move as one body. This was not only transport. It was performance, ritual, labor, and memory fused into one act. The statues faced inland from their platforms, watching over the communities rather than staring out to sea. The destination gave the journey its meaning. At the end of the road, the walking giant had to become a seated guardian. Some Moai later wore massive red scoria topknots called pakeo, adding another layer of weight, symbolism, and difficulty. Even after transport, the work was not finished. The monument had to be raised, aligned, and made present. In some restored examples, coral-like eyes reveal what the finished gaze may have meant. The ancestor did not merely stand. It looked back. This is why the transport mattered. The road connected the quarry, the people, and the living presence of the ancestors. The walking hypothesis does not make the achievement smaller. It makes it more human. It replaces the fantasy of impossible machines with something more impressive: disciplined precision. Precision in carving. Precision in road design. Precision in timing each pull. In that rhythm, the islanders found a way to turn danger into movement. If the walking model is right, the ancient engineers of Rapa Nui did not need metal wheels. They had geometry. They did not need animals to pull for them. They had coordinated human force. And they did not need the statue to slide. They needed it to sway. That may be the genius of the road Moai. Their bodies may contain the memory of their own transportation. The statues scattered along the roads may not be failures in a simple sense. They may be frozen moments in an ancient system. Each one marks a route, a risk, a calculation, and perhaps a story the island never wrote down. Rapa Nui did not leave blueprints for modern archaeologists. It left monuments that behave like clues. The more closely we look, the less primitive the solution appears. What looks impossible from a distance becomes more understandable when seen through balance. And what sounds like legend may preserve a technical memory in symbolic language. When oral tradition says the Moai walked, perhaps it preserved the site in a way no written record could. Not walking as a person walks. Walking as a stone can walk, when people understand its weight. The engineering was not hidden inside machines. It was distributed across hands, ropes, road shape, statue form, and rhythm. The real achievement may not be only that the Moai moved. It is that they could have moved with a method that used less of what the island could not afford. This changes the way we see the island, not through collapse alone, but through extraordinary problem solving. The Moai are often photographed as silent faces, but their story is also a story of motion. Many began in a volcanic quarry, crossed the land upright according to the walking model, and arrived as guardians of memory. To move them was to prove that a community could coordinate strength, faith, and intelligence on a monumental scale. The answer was not hidden in a lost machine. It may have been hidden in the simplest forces: pull, lean, recover, repeat. And in that rhythm, the people of Rapa Nui may have given stone something history would never forget: the illusion of life.